Self-love. So understanding what self-love is. Self-love is knowing who you are as a spirit, knowing who you are and what really truly resonates you. It requires removing self-limiting beliefs that were taught to you from when you were young on what you can and can't do, and actually going back to that childlike person of who you are and what really makes you happy and what you're passionate about. Okay? By going back to those core elements, how you were originally made before everybody got their hands on you, you actually get to resonate with your true inner child, your inner spirit, and who you are. How you do this is through levels of meditation. Okay, this by uncovering the self-limiting beliefs and uncovering who you are, you then get to put yourself in the position to operate on a actual heart-centered way of living. All right, so step one, meditation. How often should you meditate? Um, and what does meditation do? So meditation, I would say you need to meditate at least daily. You live daily, you breathe daily, you eat daily. You need to meditate daily. It needs to become a part of your practice. How long? About 10 minutes. Do 10, 15 minutes a day. Take some time out, whether it's first thing in the morning or right before you go to bed. When you get the hang of meditation, do it both. When you get up, meditate for energy. And then in the evening, meditate to, take off all the energy that you picked up throughout the day and take it off of you. Okay? Um, what is the reason for meditation? Now, those were two kinds to kind of help you with your balancing of your energies. So I don't want to get into too many talks about meditation, but meditating to find out who you are so you can get back to your childlike state, that would require an actual session where it'd be 15 minutes, It could also be 10. But you go in with those questions. Um, Meditating, isn't it supposed to be quiet? Yes. It's where you don't think. But if you go in with a thought and you're asking first, you still your mind to allow the answer to come to you. And this is where you grow. Okay. So I always recommend when you're doing something like, when you're going into a meditation and you're going to have a question prior, then you have a notebook nearby. So in case a message does come or you have a thought on how to fix things, it feels like a solution, you can write it down. And then that's how you'll work on that. If you're doing the meditation before bed, you can ask for certain resolutions to come through. And in dream time, this is another way. In dream time, you can be able to release or work things out. So if you're not sure if the dream is an answer or things come in symbolic meanings, that notebook will be very handy so that way you can then interpret it. So say you write some things down and now you don't know what they mean, Google is your friend. So the same way you asked for guidance and for assistance, what you do when you're doing this meditation and you get these symbols is Google, just kind of use that same energy that you have from the meditation and use that to guide you and search for what certain symbolisms are and then see what resonates with you for clarity. And that is how you begin to break down spiritually the barriers that are within you and releasing them. Self-limiting beliefs. There's an exercise that I'm providing for you. And I want you to go through that so that we will understand what self-limiting beliefs are and why we need to release them. So self-limiting beliefs are beliefs that are taught to us inadvertently. I don't think people purposely, say they're going to, what's the word? I'm going to actually harm you. Like as a mother and a father, I don't think they're saying as my child that I love that, hey, I want you to have these self-limiting beliefs. I'm going to put a bunch of them in your head. I don't think that's how it happens. I think sometimes people are just taught certain behaviors and patterns, and as a result, there it's passed on to you inadvertently. Okay. And one of the self-limiting beliefs may be like, oh, maybe I can't do that. I'm not, I'm not allowed. I'll never be president because I'm a woman. Or I can't ever own my own business because I'm too old. I've already crossed that bridge. I should have started when I was young. Um, I won't ever learn how to ride a bike because I was never taught when I was a young girl. Um, or there's no way I can ever be like that, running my own business or being that strong of a man because um, I am just quiet and laid back, and this is who I am. I've always was bullied or teased, and I don't think I'll be good enough to do those type of things or get that kind of woman in my life because people perceive me to be this certain way. So these are like beliefs that are preventing us from accepting or moving forward in our truest potential, and as a result it creates this level of stagnancy and we don't move forward. um, the denial of thinking you have a self-limiting belief is actually another self-limiting belief because you're putting that block to heal yourself. You want to say, well, I had good parents. You could have had absolutely wonderful, great parents. Like once again, I don't think they went in saying, oh, I'm going to train this child to never believe in themselves. But there may have been a thing where you love to draw and you put that to bed because oh, you'll never get a career being an artist. You need to get a real career, a real job, and do this and do that. So now you may be stuck in a job that you actually aren't happy. It's just a job. You may believe that that passion stuff that people talk about is a crock of shit, but doesn't that's a self-limiting belief. If you're passionate about something and you really love doing it, you can make money, you can make a living doing whatever you love doing. I love to talk. Look what I'm doing right now. So, who's to say what can stop you? You know, um, society has changed. Things are different, and people are constantly raising the bar, changing things different. And just because you may be 60 or 45 or 22, I don't, whatever it is, you may even be 13 and you're taking a glimpse in and you're listening in on something like this. If you have it in your heart that it's something that you want to do and it's something it excites you, you can spend hours doing it. You can without even thinking about time. That is your passion, and you can definitely be brilliant doing what you love. And the only way you can do it is by removing your own belief that it can't be done. Removing your own belief that it's impossible, that you're not good enough, that you'll never find the love that you want. Those are all self-limiting beliefs that separates you from who you are in your spirit. Like, so because somewhere deep down in your spirit, you want that, but you've been so conditioned thinking that you don't want it anymore, you don't think you do. And there's an imbalance that's been created. So going through the exercises to find what your possible beliefs are and then turning it around. So say for example you think I'm not good enough, I'll never be able to work with those kind of people, or I don't know, I think I gave up on this love thing, I'm done, I'll just settle. If I meet somebody who's kind of all right, then that's good, we can always work it out and be friends. Then if those are the type of thinking patterns that you have, you can turn it around and say, what is it that I can do to have that kind of love? Because if it's possible, let me see if I can try. Or I don't know if I can get the job, but I will try. Why wouldn't I? I am good enough. What is it that I have to learn to make me better so I can get it? And then you start reversing your thought patterns. You start changing things around by thinking differently. You start wording things differently, and then it grows from there. So there's some self-limiting belief exercises that I want you to try. And so that way it'll walk you through the type of questions or the type of beliefs that you may have. And then you're going to go back through it. And then when you go back through it, you're going to answer ways that you can turn things around. And then step 3 would be actually putting it into practice, And you do this for like 30, 40 days and then see what has changed in your life. And as you remove one or two self-limiting beliefs, you work on the next ones. And that is how you start to build in within yourself. So step 1, meditate to find out what things you may be having challenges with. Step 2, go through this checklist. And then step 3, go back in through the meditations and reconnecting yourself within your spirit. So that way you're always constantly realigning yourself. Okay. We're born with this spiritual body. It's time that we embrace who we are spiritually, and we're connecting the spiritual body with the physical body and our mental body, and we're all working things together. All right. I hope this helps you out. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Thanks.